fans, and welcome back to the Lakers Lens podcast. I believe it's episode 14 or 15. I can't even remember, honestly. We've just been pumping these out. I'm your host, co-hosted by Max Arquilla. I am Matt Hollenbeck. Max got the vaccine. He's feeling a little droopy.
Little under the weather today, guys. So I might not have the energy I normally have, but I'm gonna hang in there. I'm excited. I'm always excited to talk some Laker basketball, no matter what.
He's gonna be safe in the long run. So
yeah,
he'll be around for the finals, which will be nice. But yeah, Max made huge news.
I know. I'm just waiting to talk about that. That's all I wanted to come on for.
He made huge news this week with a bold prediction, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But we're recording this on a Wednesday, so it's a little bit late. Lakers played one more game than we covered. But for the games we did cover, they went 2-2, which I think we predicted. I think we might have just done, we did 3 games. So we did Raptors, Heat, Nets, which was I think what you predicted.
2-1.
Yeah, but I think I got mine wrong and you got yours right.
Yeah, that's what happened, yeah.
So let's just cover these real quick. Lakers, Raptors, Tuesday, April 6th, 110-101. Kind of an all-around scoring night. THT was actually the leading scorer with 17, 6, and 4. Keefe had 15. Gasol had 13. Schroeder had 12. KCP had 13. Caruso had 13. So Kuzma was the lowest scorer. He had the most minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Raptors side, Spicy P had 27, Boucher had 19. Kind of what we talked about. Need to win this game. I mean, they don't even have they don't have Lowry, they don't have Van Vliet.
Norman just got shipped off.
Right. OG got ejected. Right.
Yeah, that was the crazy fight. That dude. What was that? How did OG not get? Wait, no, he got ejected, but he didn't get suspended. Dude, he body slammed. That was so weird.
Yeah.
Like, what happened there, dude? Like, he was
trying
to... he's trying to help him out.
A tweet that you...
Oh, no, we're going to the tweets here.
Yeah. Let's see, where is it? You talked about how THT got suspended, but...
You kind of disagreed on that one, right?
I did, yeah. I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
How THT got ejected, got fined, or suspended. But OG didn't. And you had some thoughts on that. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is my thing. I get the rule and why the rule's in place. If you come off your bench onto the court during a fight, you get suspended. I get it. But I don't understand why these can't just be reviewed on a case-to-case basis. Dude, he took 2 steps. He was checking in, took 2 steps onto the court, and then stopped. He had he didn't create any. Like, I get if he would have ran on to the actual fight and caused. But I just I don't get why. I get it's a rule, but why can't there be wiggle room with it? I think that's what doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I think the wiggle room is the problem.
Yeah,
is if one person is allowed to kind of do it, then
I know what you're saying.
Hell could break loose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it more just looks bad on him, as a young guy. You gotta just know.
Live and
I know
learn,
his. That's true. Yeah, he won't do that again.
Exactly.
But,
I wanted to ask you, what do you think of the ref? There's been a lot of frustration around the fan base in general in the NBA about refs being soft and just throwing people out. We got to talk about when we talk about the Nets game. We'll get into that. But what do you think it's been a little soft?
I do. Yeah, I think they're cracking down on. They've been kind of cracking down on, talking poorly about calls or complaining about calls. they're really protective of like the head and neck area or like intentionals this year.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Like I also think a part that plays into it is like no fans, so you can hear everything that
that's a good point. Saying. Yeah.
So they probably take everything a little bit more, not personally, but it hits harder. Like
they can hear everything. Sometimes like the fans are so loud you can't even hear what they say. So it's like
Yeah. But I'm kind of like a let them play guy, especially if there's no like if they're not fighting. Like, if they're not mad at each other, like, if someone helps someone up after they foul them hard, like, why are you ejecting them?
And it's just, like, I mean, if there's a little tussle, like, it's just, they're so quick they come in double T on both. It's like, dude, it's okay if they, like, obviously if someone, like, shoves someone or, like, throws a swing, I get it. But, like, sometimes there's, like, maybe a little, like, talking, they're in each other's faces. Like, just like, break it up. And if they keep going, okay, then call the technical. But I've seen refs just, like, they just like are like right in each other's faces, double T. It's like, dude, whoa, like calm down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah. Did you have any notes from this game? I know it was like a little. We came out hot to start.
Yeah.
And at the end, it got a little sketchy, but we pulled it out 1-9. Did you have any?
Yeah, I think. I was very impressed with THT's game, and I really wanted to touch on him a lot in this podcast because he's been absolutely phenomenal. And I actually have receipts of people talking so much like crap on THT after a couple bad games. And then after the trade, everyone freaked out. They're like, they should have traded him for Lowry. Great move by Pelinka to not panic. He's been great. He's literally like a vital piece to this team. He's a shot creator off the bench that we really need. Because, like, Harrell, like, you can ISO him, but, like, he can't do it every time. You need a guard that can create his own shot. I also wanted to touch on Markieff. I think he's been playing great. I love his toughness and his defense. I think he's really been getting into guys. I saw this game. He was mixing it up. He had a really solid game. He's just doing his job. He's going out there and doing what's asked of him. And I love guys like that. He's not forcing it. He's not trying to do too much. So I thought it was a good team effort. I think there's a couple individual performances I would have liked to see a little more, like from Kuzma and Schroeder in this game. But Schroeder did he get ejected this game or no? That was just the Nets game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
the Nets game.
So yeah, I thought it was an overall good team win. It was much needed. Yeah, we did start really hot. We were like on fire, which was nice to see us finally shoot better. This was a pretty easy win, to be honest. Like I felt pretty comfortable the whole game, especially because they're missing those guys. So, to be honest, not a ton to say. I think we were just better. We had more talent, and that's what it came down to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was funny. I think like 3 weeks ago, you talked especially about Keith like stepping it up or needing to step it up.
Yep.
And he really seems like he listened to you because he's been playing with that effort. Like it seemed like he wasn't trying or didn't really care.
Right? It was weird. He like seemed almost like out of shape or something.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, past couple of games, he's really been he's been picking up some slack.
He has. And defensively, like I've seen him like. I mean, lock up some really good players, and that's really impressive to me.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a solid win, kind of what we expected.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to the Heat game on Thursday.
Oh, this was a tough one.
Yeah, tough one to watch. Lost by 6, 110-104.
Frustrating.
Let's see. KCP came alive, 28 points, 4 rebounds.
The KCP game.
Yeah. Drummond had 15 and 12. That's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Schroeder had 10, 14, and 6, but he played 40 minutes, so, yeah. Wesley Matthews, I think I texted you at some point, got to give him a little bit of credit. He had 14, no peripherals. He had 14, 1 and 1. Keith had 12 and 3. Trez had 10 and 9. So let's check out the Heat Jimmy Butler had a nice night, 28 and 7, 5. Bam had 13 and 7. Oladipo 18 and 4. He got hurt too, didn't he?
Yeah, and I still don't even know. I think last I heard he's getting an MRI, but I haven't heard anything. So
sucks. That guy's. I like Oladipo.
Feel so bad for him.
The Dragonator, Dragic had 10. That's about it. What happened here, Max? It seemed like we kind of kept it close, and then at just the end we just.
You want to know why we lost this game?
Why?
Dennis Schroeder lost this game for us. I don't care. You say, oh, he had the 14 assists. I don't care. He's not there to primarily pass the ball. He's there to score.
Yeah.
We needed, dude, he was awful offensively in this game. Like, shooting the ball. Like, awful. And it's just, these are the games where it's like, okay, you're going to look back at this loss and just be like, man, we should have won this game. We should have won this game. It was winnable. Yeah. And listen, don't get me wrong. Like, I give them credit. They battled a fully healthy Heat team that's playing really well right now. I get all that. But when I watched this game, I looked at it like Schroeder just literally has a few more buckets, we probably win this game. Yeah. Dude, he can't be getting like 10 points. Dude, like, it doesn't... It's very frustrating. And the turnovers, dude. Like, that's another thing. And it's getting it's something we really need to touch on. I touched on this early in the season. But they're not fixing the turnover issues, dude. Like, it's absurd how much we turn the ball over. We win the game if we just turn it over a little less. We win the game. So that was the biggest thing for me. But another thing I wanted to touch on that I remember about it, I also like to see, I feel like there's some games where like Harrell just kind of like vanishes. And like, I'd like to see a little more action run for him from Vogel. I feel like certain games there is, but like other games, I don't know if it's like a matchup thing, but like this game, like I kind of like I know Bam's a really good defender, but like Bam was, I don't really remember if he was guarding him, but because like Harrell's off the bench. So like, who's their backup? I don't even, who's the Heat's backup? Like he should have teared him apart.
Yeah, it's like Bielitsa or Precious Achua.
Yeah, like you should be dominating. So that was something I would have liked to see a little more of. But I'm telling you, like this was a very winnable game. Very winnable game. I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Especially down to the wire. I was like, it just looked like we were trading buckets a little bit, but we couldn't get the stop that we needed. Like they'd hit a big three. I don't know. It didn't look good. Yeah, turnovers. I mean, I'm just looking at your Twitter here. 22 turnovers.
It's absurd, dude. It's absurd.
Schroeder 1 for 11.
Dude, like that's what I'm saying. 1 for 11.
Yeah. And you talked about you said Gasol did not play.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. I think we have different thoughts on that.
Yeah, we do have different thoughts, but this is how I see it. So I actually ended up seeing that game, I guess his hamstring was tight. That's why he was a DNP. But still, in the games he's been healthy, he doesn't play. There's been games where we needed a size advantage. We needed some sort of rim protection. I know he's not the best, right? Like, I get it. But he was actually balling pretty well in the last few games that he played. He was passing. I think, again, remember I was talking about that second unit, how we need, like, more playmaking? Because Caruso's, I mean, he can do it, but he's not that great at it. Kuzma's kind of the guy that kind of runs offense, him and THT, right? And then Harrell, obviously. And that's why I was saying I want to get Harrell more action. But Gasol, I just think... listen, I just want to try it. I just want to see it. I want to see Harrell at the 4 and Gasol at the 5. I just want to see it. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, if it's just... the spacing's weird. It just seems weird. Like I get you want to keep the same rhythm, same rotations. Just try it, dude. I don't know why Vogel can't do it. Give it a shot. Let's see what happens. So you don't think he should play?
No. Well, you're convincing me now that it could be possible. It's just it seems like Harrell needs his minutes. Drummond needs his minutes. And I just don't see many situations where having two of those guys on the court at the same time is like super beneficial. especially when AD comes back. I mean, I think it's going to get worse for Gasol when he comes back.
But let me say something. So Gasol can stretch the floor. You bring Gasol out, that's going to have Harrell on a 4 that he can tear him apart and just out-muscle him inside. And there's not going to be a center in there. If the center drops, he can whip it out to Gasol for a wide-open 3. And, yeah, Gasol's been a little inconsistent knocking those down. But, like, I mean, he can shoot it. He can knock it down. I just think, like, it could bring, like, matchup nightmares for, like, secondary, I'm talking about football, like, second teams.
Yeah.
And listen, I just want to see it. That's all I'm saying. I think it would be interesting because Harrell can't shoot, but Gasol can.
So
you know.
So who loses the minutes though?
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Keith.
I want Keith. I'd probably go THT. I'd go a big lineup, and just see what happens. It might not work. You might get burned. Again, it kind of depends on the matchup, but I would go THT, Kuzma. I wouldn't play Wes Matthews. THT, Kuzma, Keith, Gasol, and Harrell. And then I would pull Gasol. Like, I just play him for, like, small minutes, bring in McLemore. And then go with that lineup. Or something along... I mean, I don't know the exact... Like, something along that. That's what I would do. I would just experiment. So...
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good, yeah, I like that. I mean, I'm not sure if it'll happen, but I hope it does, just to see what it looks like.
And if we're playing a smaller lineup, like let's say a team that doesn't really have, like, huge guys, like, okay, then maybe put a DNP for Gasol. That's fine. Right. But, like, there's dude, we got destroyed points in the paint the past few games. Mm-hmm. Harrell's undersized, dude. It hurts us a lot. Like, if you watch the games, like, it really hurts us. Like, rebounding, points in the paint. And Gasol can not fix all that, but fix a little bit of that. So that's my thoughts.
No, I like it. I'm just laughing thinking about the Nets. So for the next game, Max kind of just went on a little tweet storm. Said, I promise I know your bird, which is me, on Twitter. I would tweet my hot take from this week. It's a big hot take. The Lakers will defeat the Brooklyn Nets today. And then you tweeted out the injury lineup. And it's like all the best players are out. Kuzma. Yeah. And then you go, Lakers will still win.
Come on, give me credit for holding that strong.
Yeah.
And you laughed at me, dude, when I said on the podcast. You're like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
13-point underdogs, dude.
Crazy. Easy. Yeah, they won by 25.
Hilda.
Love to see that look on Durant's face, too.
Oh, yeah. And his mom was there. Love it.
Yeah. It's kind of mean.
I know, that's weird.
No, but Drummond, 20 and 11.
Beautiful.
This scoring went all around. Mm-hmm. THT, 14 and 11. Keith, 14 and 6. KCP, 14. Schroeder, 19. Alfonso, your boy.
Mm-hmm.
Alfonso McKinney, 10 and 9. Some scrub minutes. McLemore, 17.
He's nice.
Already, I think I texted our friend Tyler, already more points than Wesley Matthews has scored all season.
Wait, what? Really?
Well, career high, for the season. Yeah. Or in a game.
Oh, I got you.
Harold, 10 and 8. And we even got Kostas in there. And K-Cock. Yeah. But on the other side, not much. I mean, obviously there was no Harden, but...
Ejection for Kyrie.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyrie left with Schroeder. But he still had 18. Durant had 22. Coming off an injury, I don't know, Max. Aldridge, 12. Joe Harris, 6. Bruce Brown, 5. Nothing else, really. What happened?
It was what I thought, dude. We're just a deeper team. Nah, I think like Kyrie, if Kyrie would have stayed in, it would have been a little more interesting. We were having trouble guarding him.
Yeah.
But Schroeder went out also. We didn't have our point guard. We didn't have LeBron. We didn't have AD. We didn't have Kuzma. And I was so proud of this team. Everyone that needed to step up, stepped up. Even Schroeder, After a couple bad games, he finally stepped up and, like, in the bright lights, I really like that. And he mixed it up, and he should not have got ejected. That was ridiculous. Again, soft. They literally ejected Kyrie, and they panicked, and they were like, oh my God, like, this is not fair. We need to eject. Like, that's literally what happened. All he did was just wave Kyrie. I get it's like a little taunt, but dude, give me a break, man. Like, Kyrie was the one who freaked out. He was the one who just, like, flipped out because I guess he said the N-word. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah. And he's like, you don't know me like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or something. I don't know. He was just pissed because we were cooking him. So THT was phenomenal. He had some dimes in this game. Some beautiful passes, dude. I don't know if you saw, like, full court. Like, he looked like magic out there, dude. Like, that was great to see. And then Macklemore and Drummond, the two new additions, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Macklemore unconscious, dude. Like, you know why I like him? He's confident, dude. He just shoots with confidence. He doesn't care. Like, he literally doesn't care. He's gonna, like, the first second he has an open look, he's taking it. It just doesn't matter to him. Like, that mindset, dude, like, those are the best shooters in the league. I'm really excited about
the Rockets, too.
Yeah, dude. Super excited about him.
So he's ready to shoot.
And then last thing, Drummond destroyed Aldridge. And that is the key. We are going to beat the Nets, probably if they make it to the finals, because we will absolutely destroy them in the paint, and then defensively we will lock them. Like, I'm telling you, dude, I really do think we match up beautifully now with Drummond beautifully against.
Yeah.
Because we can go inside. We can just say, you know, we're going to beat you inside. DeAndre Jordan, try to guard Drummond. Okay, you're playing good tonight? Give it to AD. Who's going to stop him?
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. No,
what do you think?
Well, I would really like to see that, like you said, Macklemore and Drummond especially had a good game because, you know, he was thinking about, I don't know if he was actually thinking about going to the Nets, but, you know, just kind of like choosing the right team, having a good game against a team that you could have gone to, you know, winning that game. Like, that's got to make you feel pretty good.
Totally.
I wanted to bring up one of your tweets here. Mm-hmm. This Nets fan said, Lakers playing like it's a Game 7, what the F? And the guy said, that's the excuse when you start losing. Yeah. Which I thought was funny. It's
Some of these accounts are ridiculous, dude. It's just funny. Like, I get entertainment out of it, just, like, to see what excuses they say. Like, I don't know, it's just funny.
Yeah. But a couple other tweets you had, I love the fight so far. Laughable how different this game would be with us at full strength. Now, I agree with that, but I know what
you're going to say.
But what about the Nets at full strength?
No, I know. And listen, Harden, like, that's going to make a huge difference because he's also, like, kind of their facilitator. He like, I think I said this on a pod a while ago. So I want to see these teams both at full strength, but like I said previously, like, I think where we can get them is inside. You know, and I think that's going to be so crucial. And defensively, listen, you're not going to... Harden's going to get his points. Kyrie's... Like, they're going to score. That's like... Dude, they have Kyrie, KD... I mean, you really... There's not a lot you can do. And I said this, I think one of my tweets was, if the Lakers... My two things to beating the Nets for the Lakers. If they're healthy and they shoot well. That's it. That's the recipe. That's it. They got to shoot well. If we shoot well, we'll keep up with them offensively, and then we'll lock them down enough defensively. We'll contain them. We're not going to stop all those guys. We'll contain them enough. And then, I mean, dude, we have LeBron James and Anthony. Like, those guys are like, I think we sometimes forget, like, KD, Harden, Kyrie. LeBron and AD are phenomenal players. Top 5.
Yeah.
So, that's my thoughts.
Yeah. I know you've been talking about THT shooting, too. You said, I don't mind those 2 shots from THT, but that third shot was not needed. You aren't that type of shooter yet. You'll still need to be aggressive going forward in this game, but because they keep daring him to shoot by going under screens. Yep. How annoying is that when you're, like, not on?
Yep.
And someone goes under the screen and they're like, do it. You won't.
Yeah.
And it just... But, like, a confident shooter will just knock that down every time.
Ben McLemore.
Yeah. And THT, let's be honest, his shot is not the most flattering. Just the mechanics of it is like...
He needs like a shooting coach. Yeah.
like just the way he brings the ball up doesn't look like a 3-point shot. It just looks like maybe like a pull-up, like a small pull-up jumper or something.
And he needs to develop a pull-up game, too. That's going to be huge. And I said that, like, this offseason, he needs to work on that. Like, one dribble pull-up. Like, like Kyrie does. Like, he needs to develop that. Dude, you're 20 years old. Like, take the whole summer and just, like, have a trainer, have a shooting coach, and just work on that. One dribble pull-up. One dribble pull-up.
Yeah.
Step back. Shot. And just shoot threes. Like, just work on that, dude. Like, dude, he's a good free throw shooter. Like, he has, like... I know his mechanics could be adjusted a little bit, but, like... It's not like it's not like it can't be fixed to be a consistent shooter. I've seen a ton of players, Zach Randolph. I don't know if you remember him. Yeah. Guy couldn't shoot to save his life when he came to the league. Became one of the best 15-footer shooters like the games I've probably ever seen. Like that guy was automatic. So
yeah,
it can happen.
Yeah. We have about 5 minutes here before the break, but so we didn't cover the Knicks or Hornets games last week. Mm-hmm. And I think the Hornets game is kind of like obvious. Like it was just a run and gun game the whole time. But I really want to talk about the Knicks game real quick. Nothing worse than seeing one of your former players just dismantle you. 34-10 for Randall.
Made every shot.
But he's just got so good, dude.
It's crazy.
Elfrid Payton, 20. D Rose, my boy, 14. Taj Gibson still in the league, so he's like 48.
Gasol should have played this game. We got beat inside. Taj Gibson was destroying Harrell. That's what it's. This would have been a good game.
Lakers, THT 10, KCP 12. Schroeder had a nice little night, but we expect it. 21-6. Drummond did not show up. 3-10.
That was weird to me. I don't know what that was about. Maybe he's just having
last two
bad
games.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keefe 17, which is nice, and Kuzma 14.
Beautiful by Keefe.
But we got spanked by the New York Knicks. Starting center Nerlens Noel.
The thing with the Knicks is they just play so hard under Thibodeau. Like they play, and that's like the team that like on a road trip like this.
Yeah.
Lakers are tired. Like it's kind of like a trap game basically. So I wasn't honestly. What kind of surprised me is like I thought we would be able to kind of like I thought Vogel would have a good game plan to kind of shut down Randall. Then again though, he was making some tough shots, dude. Like I mean, there's sometimes nothing you can do. So it was one of those games where to me it was like kind of like a trap game. Like it was like road trip. Knicks play so hard. You could just tell, dude. They were playing so hard. They wanted to win. They want to beat. Everyone wants to beat the Lakers, at home. So I wasn't super surprised. It was a little frustrating at times. It felt like we couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
At the end too, like we made a little run, but we just couldn't do enough. So it's one of those games where to me, like, sweep it under the rug, move on. Like I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Because we beat the Nets. If we would have lost to the Nets and lost this game, again, it was kind of like a hangover too. Like it was like a little like that hangover. You play your butts off against the Nets. So it's again, that's why to me it was just a trap game.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I just think they need to know that they need to recognize.
You're right.
We just poured our heart out into this Nets game to prove a point. And now we play the Knicks. We're not going anywhere, really.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Not far at all. So let's get this going.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel a certain type of way. Like we need to be winning all of those games now. Given the injuries are different, but yeah. And then the Hornets game, I think that's like just a run and gun game. A lot of
had a nice
posters
dunk.
and stuff. Yeah, everyone's getting dunked on, that sort of thing.
It was a fun game to watch, but there wasn't really a lot technically to kind of look at it.
I'd be concerned if we lost that game.
Me too.
But
we closed it out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Caruso, amazing. Got to give him a shout out. Caruso was phenomenal in that game.
Yeah, those are the kind of games he thrives in.
He's kind of clutch, dude. He hit some. I know he missed that one against the Heat, but yeah. But anyways.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after the halftime. Folks, welcome back to the second half, third quarter of the Lakers Lens podcast. Guys, tough rest of the week. Tomorrow being Friday. No, tomorrow's Thursday. The
Fans are back.
Yeah, fans are back. There's some weird rules I saw on Twitter. But we'll get to that. That was one of my fun facts, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Celtics, you know what, Max? Not having a great year.
Nope.
They're 5th in the West, or in the East, but that's a little underwhelming compared to previous years. They're 29-26. They're coming off a fresh win against, well, they've won 4 in a row. But they play the T-Wolves, the Knicks. What are we thinking? What are we looking for here?
Matchup nightmare with Tatum. He's been
for us?
balling lately. Yeah, for us, that's going to be
50.
a rough matchup for us. I kind of want to see some Kuzma minutes on him. I don't know. Just want to give him a big responsibility. I mean, I think it'll be Keith. Or no, see, this is tough because this is why the Celtics are a little rough for us. Like, this is a game we need LeBron to be able to guard one of those wings. Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough, dude. KCP gets absolutely destroyed by wings. So, I'm a little worried about this one. And I'm going to say it's going to be a loss because I think the Celtics are playing really well right now. And I think it's a matchup nightmare for us. I think those two wings, especially Tatum, with Tatum playing... Like, dude, he had a game winner. I don't know if you saw that against the Blazers last night. Dude, step back. Dude, he's so clutch. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I know the Celtics haven't really been playing that well, but I think they're hot. I think they're starting to find themselves a little more right now, and that worries me, especially with our injuries.
Yeah. Huh.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, wings are a big problem. Yeah, Tatum's been playing well. Brown's always scary. He can always go off.
Yeah.
Kemba's kind of been coming back strong. I know he's had a rough go, but yeah, it's good. It's one of the oldest probably the best rivalry in sports.
Yeah,
in basketball at least. But yeah, I say look for. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there might be some nerves too because fans are back. I mean, I hope not. I hope we're professional enough to not. But like again, I mean, it's weird, right? It's gonna be weird for them. They're gonna see people, not just their family. They're gonna see actual just random fans like cheering their name, like so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you taking?
I think we're kind of in a spot where, we just finished our road trip. We have a day off. We're at home, fans. Everyone that's not really injured is healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kuzma. It seems like those nagging injuries are kind of clearing up. I think we can win this game.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm looking at it and it seems like a win for me, and I think it's gonna come in the form of the bench.
Okay.
The bench. Look at your guys. Look at McLemore. Look at who else do we want to look at?
THT.
Yeah, sure. Or Caruso, maybe a little bit.
Harrell,
sure. Look at the bench because they're deeper than the Celtics bench. That's for sure.
Okay, I like that. I like where you're going with this. Bench will be the story like for us.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But it could go either way, and I think we're probably not favored for this one. But we'll see. What do you think? You think we're gonna lose?
I'm gonna go with a loss. I think it's just gonna be too much. That closing lineup's gonna be too much for us. I think this might be a game we start off maybe a little hot, and they're gonna crawl back into it, and then they're gonna hold the lead at the end. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just think it's a matchup. There's just matchup issues. Yeah, our bench is going to need to step up because that's where we have the advantage. But, like, again, your starters play more minutes, and it just worries me because Tatum's torched us before, and, like, I don't know why. I just have a feeling he's going to do it again. I don't know. I just have this feeling. Like, I can just see him dropping, like, at least 30.
Yeah. No, he's definitely going to be, like...
pumped,
elevated. I can... Yeah, he's like, this is my night. Friday or Thursday night.
And he's playing well right now. He just hit a game winner. Like, I think that's going to carry over. That's what I kind of think.
Right. Okay. I see it. Well, nonetheless, probably a harder game on Saturday, midday. First of a doubleheader against them. Not back-to-back days, but same team. We're playing the Jazz on Saturday at 1:30 p.m.
What a weird time.
Yeah. The Jazz are the number one team in the NBA. 41-14. Just a great all-around team. I mean, they just play so well together. Scared.
Yep.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Nothing else to say there.
I'm going to just say it's going to be a blowout, I think, the first game. But my hot take of this week is going to be very similar to last week. I think that second time we face them, we're going to win. And that's a hot take because we're playing the best team in the league by... I mean, I don't think they are the best team in the league, but by standings. But the way they move the ball, they're very well coached. So I'm going to say first game is going to be rough, right? Rough.
Yeah.
Second game, I think the Jazz they're gonna kill us, right? They're gonna come out overconfident. That's my prediction, and we're gonna see a big game from someone. So that my hot take's that we're gonna beat them, and we're gonna see a big game from, I don't know who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is, but someone's gonna drop like 30 plus for us, and it's not gonna be that. Schroeder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like what I'm hearing.
That's my prediction. How about you? What do you think of those?
Yeah, I can see it. I think emotionally it depends what happens in the Celtics game. We can either beat them and come in pretty high, but some of these Jazz guys, like, I know Clarkson's going to fill it up. Like, that's just going to happen. Everyone's just playing well. I can't see us winning. I think it depends on the Celtics game. I'm going to go with a loss. I have to go with 2 losses, dude.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that was a hot take for me, so that's why.
Yeah, that's your hot take.
Yeah.
You got to be realistic.
Yeah.
For me, like, just that's not going to be my hot take, but we're not in the
we're not healthy enough.
We're not like we're just not healthy.
The continuity is not there.
But I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see this new team at full strength. I mean,
me too.
Take how we're looking right now, just hanging on by a thread, and then add 2 of the best players in the NBA. So
for sure.
Which kind of I'll do my hot take. What do I want to see?
Give me something good here.
Yeah, let's see what I can give you. Celtics, sure. I don't know.
Mitchell held
McLemore
under
just
10.
Popping out to me, man.
Donovan Mitchell held under 10 points.
No, never gonna happen.
What are you gonna say?
I think McLemore tomorrow. Ooh. Look for 20 points.
All right.
McLemore 20 points.
That's a big one.
Off the bench against the Celtics with 5 threes.
Okay, I like it. Give it to me.
5 threes, 20 points. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. So I guess I am
1-2.
Wait. 1-2. And you're 2-1.
Yeah, I'm 2. No.
Wow.
1-2. I picked a Celtics loss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're a little pessimistic this week, but I mean, hey, we got to look at the facts. We can't
I
Can't
think
sugarcoat anything.
we're also tired. Like, if you look at, we've played like every other day for the past like week, and we're coming off a road trip. That's why I think like you actually might have a good prediction. Like, we kind of like give it our all like in front of the fans tomorrow, and then like the 2 Jazz game, we just like have no gas, and
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough. Let's just put it that way.
I wanted to bring up for my fun facts.
Okay.
There's a weird rule. I don't really get it. It's the new rule for fans. It says bags and purses of any size are not permitted, including backpacks, clutches, totes, clear bags, and camera bags. Only bring necessary items that fit in your pocket. Wallet without chain straps are allowed.
Dude, I did not know this. That's horrible, dude. What?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, what
does that have to do with COVID?
the COVID rules? Yeah, I'm not sure. You just can't bring a bag. But then
Maybe
you think
like
about like all this.
Sorry, I was gonna say maybe they think you're gonna like leave stuff laying around that's gonna have bacteria and people are gonna touch it. I don't know.
I don't know, but people were talking about like if you bring your kid there, you need like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something, or like women might have trouble, or
yeah.
Just weird stuff.
That's
like
strange.
Kind of a weird rule, but hey, I can't complain.
I'm just happy to see fans. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I'll go in there in a bathing suit if I have to. I don't really care. But I don't know. That's one of my things. I wanted to look live action right now. I got a notification about the Nets playing.
Sixers are beating the Nets, but KD's and Harden are out. Yeah.
Other news: Jamal Murray torn ACL. Brutal, man. Tough to see.
Watch that live, dude. I was in shock. I knew it. I texted you, dude. I knew he tore it. Like, I could just...
Yeah.
The way his knee buckled, dude, and he was screaming. Whenever you're just holding your knee and it's a non-contact and you're screaming, ACL.
Yeah. Yep.
Matt, I don't know
if it's interesting because
Matt had a torn ACL.
Yeah. I texted back to Max. I was like, very similar to what happened to me. Just like a quick move in the wrong direction. It just pops, and it's like excruciating pain for a couple minutes. But yeah, what was interesting was people thought Wiseman tore his ACL, but if you watch that clip too, it's different because he actually gets up more of like a, ooh, that felt weird sort of thing.
MCL,
he ended up just no, he tore his meniscus. But people were saying the way it looked was like an ACL, but his reaction was a little bit different than an ACL, so it was just interesting to point out. But it just sucks, man. It's like
so brutal. Do you think the short season is controversial? Like, do you believe all the like people kind of are talking about how there's all these back-to-backs, they're kind of cramming the games, the short season, the short off season. Do you think that could be causing some of these injuries, not having a full off season? Thoughts?
I mean, dude, the ACL especially is just so random. It's like these are elite athletes. These are the top of the line athletes. Like,
can happen to anyone.
If anyone should be tearing their ACLs, it's the normal people like you and me. It's like just playing pickup. Like, those are the people that.
You're freaking me out now that I'm gonna do that when I start playing.
No, it's fine. But it's random. It's like it's so
exactly.
random. Like it happens to people like stepping off curbs. Like What John Wall like tore his Achilles like
walking down
house.
The stairs. Yep.
Yeah.
Walked down the stairs and tripped and tore his Achilles.
Now I think you might have a point with like fatigue, because I think like the muscles that support those important like ligaments and joints get tired and then they don't do their job as well.
That's what people are saying.
That could happen, but hey, who knows, man?
It is random. You're right. So it's like you don't really know at the end of the day.
Yeah, but
also, sorry, really fast about the Jamal Murray. He came into that game with a sore knee. He played way too many minutes than he should have. I think it was like, I don't know, a lot of minutes. And it's like, whoa, you should not be playing your star player. And it was at the end of the game. Like, it was already kind of over. Like, I get they were kind of making a run, but dude, if you're one of your star players has a sore knee, I get you kind of let him like go, but like, I don't know. To me, if I'm a coach, I saw the Derrick Rose injury, and that was when they were blowing him out. Game was over. Thibodeau just left him in, dude. I honestly blame. That was ridiculous. What are you doing, dude? Thibodeau loves to do that. He did that against the Lakers and Knicks. If I remember correctly, he like left his starters in till the end and it was over. Like, dude, why do you? It's weird to me. So weird.
It is weird, and that's the other thing is like a guy like Murray or a guy like D Rose, they're gonna go all out. Like if they think they have a chance.
Yes.
Good
point.
Like the Nuggets were kind of coming back at the end there, and it wasn't gonna happen, but he still wanted to put it on the line, and that's where those sort of things happen.
Totally.
Yeah, it just sucks. But I just took a peek here. It looks like the Bucks scored 130. I just want to see if anyone put up big numbers. Not really, no. Wow, Giannis didn't even play.
Yeah, he's been out with something.
He's got some. Thanasis had 1 point. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Sixers Nets. No one's really doing anything crazy. Kyrie has 23. Embiid has 21. So that should be a fun game. We'll turn that on after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sixers up 7 at halftime. What was the other thing I was going to bring up? Yeah, go ahead.
Who do you think is the biggest threat to the Nets in the East? And what's your prediction in the East? Who do you think is going to come out of the East?
Well,
because obviously the Nets are the big thing, right?
I think it's by and large is the Sixers. I don't think the Bucks can really hang. Their other guys are not as good as the Sixers. The Hawks are in 4th. I don't think they have a shot in
they don't scare
the
me at
world.
The East sucks, dude. It's so freaking annoying. It's like this every year.
Yeah, they are bad. I mean, just going down the line, just rattle off Heat, Hornets, Knicks, Pacers, Bulls, Raptors, Wizards, Cavs, Magic,
I think the Heat
Pistons.
are solid. I don't know. I think they can make a run, dude. Just because they buy in, and they did that last year. They bought into the system. They locked down defensively. They paid their butts off. They got some snipers, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and then obviously I have so much respect for Jimmy Butler. I think he's the most underrated NBA player probably.
Yeah,
one of the most underrated, let's just say that.
Yeah.
So, I think
I can see that. I mean,
yeah.
They have the experience for sure.
But Oladipo, dude, they need him. That would have been
Yeah, let's get a
I don't know, can you look
while I'm
anything
looking
up?
that up.
Yeah.
While I'm looking that up, why don't you give me a LeBron AD update or what you know?
So, AD, this was before the Nets game, so I don't remember what day that was, but they said 7 to 10 days from that timeline. So so after the road trip, which is starting now, I would say in the next few games, I actually haven't heard much, but I would assume he's starting to slowly practice. Because he wants to probably get his conditioning kind of fully. I'd give him personally. I think they're going to be extra safe. I'd give him another. I know they said a little less. I'd still give it maybe 7 days, another week, and I think AD is going to be back in the lineup. LeBron is probably going to be the full timeline. So we're looking at, I think, another few weeks. I think they're being really cautious. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks. I would say. But it's coming, dude. Next few weeks, we're going to see our guys back. Next few weeks.
Just in time, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oladipo, the Heat are staying, oddly silent on his update.
It's weird.
They just got something today where it said they have no update.
How? He got an MRI 4 days ago. It makes no sense.
It said they declined to comment if he'll play again this season. Which is weird.
It's just really weird, dude. I don't know if... dude, it's going to come out eventually. Why don't you just... You know what I mean? If you're trying to hide him being out for the year, just say... It's going to come out. So just say it. It doesn't matter.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's very strange.
What else is new? Curry went off, dude.
52.
He had that. I was watching the game, and he had that, like, he had to pass Wilt Chamberlain for all time. Yeah. I forget what it was. It was like 19, I think. 19 points. Just did it in the first quarter.
Dude, you don't like
insane.
him, man. I don't know why. He's so
just
good,
like,
dude. He's so skilled. Like, it's all skill.
No. I have nothing against his game. Just as a person, like, I don't know. Like, and this is just my own personal thing, but he's a little cocky for me. Just a little bit. Like, he knows. Like, take him and a guy like Chris Paul. I know you don't like Chris Paul, but just in terms of, like, cockiness.
Yeah, but Chris Paul's dirty. At least Steph's not dirty. I'd take a cocky guy that's not dirty.
The Suns are second.
Suns are... I literally love Devin Booker, and I can't stand everyone else on that team, dude. That team annoys me so much, dude. Like... Oh, that team, dude. I just... Miles Bridges, dude. I want to punch that guy in the face. Jay Crowder, dude. He's dirty, too. God, I can't stand some of those guys. Cameron Payne, dude. That guy's so annoying. He's so cocky, too. Like, he makes one shot, and he does, like, the Wes Matthews, like, showboat. It's like, dude, you weren't even in the league. Like, I don't know how you made a team now.
Crazy.
But on the real, though, they're a really good team, really well coached. I love Monty Williams. They're going to be a force. They're going to be a force in the West. I think the Nuggets, unfortunately, aren't a contender anymore. I'm just going to be real. Jokic is amazing, but nowadays you need your two stars. It's just kind of how it is. And that's going to hurt them. They actually are going to sign Austin Rivers. I don't know if you saw that. That was a report that came out today. Try to give him more scoring, which makes sense. But to me, Nuggets are done for me. I thought with Jamal Murray, I thought the Nuggets were going to be like maybe like Eastern Conference with the Lakers, Eastern Conference Finals, like last year. So I think they're a good team, but I think that injury kills them. So I think the Suns and the Clippers, I really do think it's going to be Clippers-Lakers in the West this year. I think it's going to be it. I really do. Paul George is playing great. I just think, again, they have a little motivation from getting embarrassed. And I'm picking, that's what I'm picking in the West. And then I'm going Sixers. I know it's an easy pick, but Sixers, Nets in the East. If they can, remember, this is everyone can say healthy. Embiid's had some injury issues. They need him. If they don't have Embiid, they don't have a chance.
Yeah.
And he was just limping a second ago, so...
Yeah. I mean, hey, we even saw that in the last playoffs. I mean, they were, Embiid, they had him, and he just couldn't do it by himself. Like, Simmons was out, and then Embiid just kind of like gave up in the playoffs.
They need their full... Yeah, they need Simmons. He's a big part, defensively especially.
Yeah. But, it's interesting. It'll be fun to see how it plays out, especially with fans coming back. It'll just be kind of more on the normal side, and things will start to feel better as far as who wins and who loses. Like, I don't think we'll have as many crazy wins and crazy losses, just because things are kind of coming back to normal.
And I want the Lakers to get some games under their belt. I don't want them to come back and them to play like a few games and then we go into the playoffs. That's gonna worry me, dude. I don't care how good LeBron and AD are. Like, especially with these new acquisitions, like, I don't want this to be, like, a situation where, like, the chemistry's all off. Like, they need to get, like, 10 games under their belt. I really hope so with our full team. Get the rotation going. Figure things out. Like, we're deep now. Who we're going to play. So, I'm crossing my fingers these guys come back sooner than later, but also don't want a guy coming back and then getting hurt again. So, it's a balance, right? It's a balance.
Yeah, it is a balance. Wanted to bring up, one of my guys I've been tooting the horn for a while, Zach LaVine, 39 in the first half, 30 hit 50 total, so kind of a sad second half,
dude.
But just to prove you can score 39 points in the first half Can we get him on a good team? Is that possible?
Dude, well, he has Vucevic now, right? They're trying to build... You like Vucevic.
I like them individually, but are they going to bring their team to the playoffs? I don't know.
Nah. They're a few years out at least. They don't have any.
Yeah.
They don't have anyone besides those two.
Nah, he needs to. He played at UCLA. He needs to come back to his. Well, he's from Seattle, but that's it's pretty close.
Come back to LA, dude. That would be insane. Next to LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
Oh, get rid of Schroeder. Let him walk. I don't. We can't afford that though. Wait, but he's not a free agent this offseason, right? He still has.
No, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the contract is. I wanted to just go to Schroeder's YouTube channel real quick and see if he's posted. Yeah, he did. He posted a video preparing for the road trip.
Comment on it and ask him why he turns the ball over so much. That's all I want to know.
I should, huh?
Careless turnovers, dude. Careless.
Someone comments, you made Kyrie ejected because you said the earth is round. So inspirational. That's funny. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if he'll do one talking about getting ejected. I'll have to watch this. Yeah, it still pisses me off. I mean, I understand, like, Matisse Thybulle doing it and, like, McGee during the bubble because there was something to present. But unless you're, like... unless you're scoring 30 a game, get off YouTube, dude.
I know. Work on your
focus.
I don't know. Work on your lack of turn. Dude, literally, that's my biggest thing with them. Like, being consistent and not turning it over, dude. Guy is a turnover machine. I get point guards turn it over more than anyone. Dude, but his turnovers aren't even, like, trying to make a good play. You know, LeBron will be like sometimes like try to make a good play and maybe like just a good defensive play. Schroeder, like he had one play, he threw the ball and it hit like the top of the backboard, not even close to an alley-oop. And the announcers were like, "Whoa, like what are you, like, dude? What are you doing, man? Like it's like, stop!" Like, has Vogel talked to him about it? Like, it's frustrating.
I don't know, man.
The whole year, it's been the same thing.
Yeah, no, that is he's got some weird. He's just kind of a weird. He's like to him and like personality wise. I see him like he's kind of like Rondo a little bit.
Yeah, very cocky.
Just kind of these like strange like
introverted like
quiet. Yeah, but they get in fights and they'll do weird stuff. Him, Rondo.
Dude, the Rondo comparison's so accurate. I know what you're talking about, dude. Rondo gets with everyone, dude, but he's like so like quiet but cocky at the same time. It's like weird.
Beverly, like Pat Bev, like that kind of player. But I don't know. I'm just looking at this thing right here. It says blog, should Lakers fans be concerned? And it's a picture of AD and LeBron sitting on the bench in like street clothes.
Nope. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, a couple of the analysts said Lakers should remain in their traditional laid-back position. Nothing to see here. In a worst case scenario, the Lakers are in the play-in tournament. So what?
That'd be annoying. LeBron and AD. I really don't want that. That's gonna be extra miles that we just don't need. It's ridiculous. We're better. Like it's just gonna be a waste of time. That's all I ask. I don't even care if we're the 6th seed. I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally don't, dude. Just don't be the 7th and above, please.
Yeah, that's kind of what these guys are saying.
Yeah.
Too many unnecessary miles for especially LeBron.
Unnecessary, exactly. Yeah.
Just get us there to the playoffs, and we should be okay. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here in a second, guys. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Lakers Lens Podcast. Twitter is Lens Lakers. Mm-hmm. Max is on there all day. Not all day, but he's posting his hot takes while he's thinking of stuff. But yeah, go hit us up there. Spotify, YouTube, all the good stuff. Max,
last thing before we go, I just want to say that I just saw a report that Lakers are interested in signing Drummond in the offseason to a long-term contract.
Wow.
So we'll leave you on that.
We'll leave it on that. So something to look forward to. All right, guys. Go follow all the social medias. We'll see you next week. Go Lakers. Peace.
Peace.